Alrighty, fam. Peace, love, and law. Welcome to In God We Trust Academy podcast and work session season 8. We give thanks to each and every last one of you for your participation as always. We got about 4 to 5 more minutes before we get started. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe with us here today. Hope everybody has had a great time over the holidays. Y'all got the fiscal new year coming up. Make sure y'all be careful out here and be mindful. Alrighty, how's everybody doing up in here?
Wonderful.
Great, amazing, amazing.
Awesome, brother.
All is well.
That's good. Glad everybody doing good. All right, then let's get started. We're gonna hit this record button, and I got a few announcements to make to you guys. So let me get those out the way right now. Okay, first and foremost, here we have In God We Trust Academy Work Session Season 8. Mondays, 11 a.m. Central Time. Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Time. This is the free classes that you are in participation of right now. Registration, if you want to register, send us an email, admin@ingodwetrustacademy.org. Make sure you do that. That's how you get in here to ask your questions. Okay. Also, we still got the raffle giveaway going for the free card that's going to be given away in 2026. Okay, so don't forget that. And also the date has changed. It's going for the event. The event is going to be pushed into the summer on, I think, June the 20th, something like that, somewhere off in there. But it is in June for sure. So that'll allow people to be able to make it, no school, kids and all of that. You can, really do what you need to do. But for sure though, you can definitely, it's $10 a ticket itself. And just remember, there are ebooks that comes with the purchase of two, and those will be given to you in it as well. So don't forget about those things. Cash prizes come along with it, and also if you're looking to be a vendor at the event, please do give us a shout. All right. Stay in touch with us. We on the YouTube and God We Trust Academy, Facebook Eric Ingram Bay. You can also catch us on In God We Trust Academy on the book as well. On the Gram Wazir _ MNRP, TikTok MNRP 619 2020. Guys, if it's got 2020 and a 1 beside it, that's not me. Just so you know, because they're not gonna come on there and go live like I am, right? I do have another one just in case, because this one did get shut out one time. So just know I got one on standby if we have to ever go there. Also on Twitch, In God We Trust Academy. So do catch us there. And the website is also ingodwetrustacademy.com. All right. Also, we have Kai Ari Retreats, where peace becomes a journey. If you love to travel and hate the legwork, well, let Kai Retreats help you on your next trip. And here you can text TRIP to 256-263-0771 to get started. Or you can go to the website, Kari Retreats dot, what's that? Intel letstravel.com. I guess that's what it says. I can't really see from here. And look for yourself. So make sure you screenshot this, guys, and definitely use this service, as I am going to definitely use this service. So also we got the sale going on right now. The sale ends on the 31st. So 25% off products under 150 and up, 50% off products 150 and under 150, and then 50% off products 150 and up. So yeah. Also, the consultations and the trust setup is not included, but however everything else is, it's on till December the 31st. So you got that opportunity to go right now and do that. All righty. So with that being said, how y'all doing today? Let me hear y'all one more time to know y'all it's good.
Doing great.
Doing all right.
Awesome.
Did I miss the Spirit Edition?
Good.
No, we haven't done any of that right now. Probably not going to do it until next year. So, yeah. We ain't
All
gonna
right, fair enough.
do nothing too expensive till next year. I know everybody's mind is holidayed up right now. And I trust me, I know. Been ripping and running and back and forth and doing all kind of different stuff, family. Some people just not getting back to work real good, a fresh start. Then here you are, finna be off in the next couple of days, and y'all finna go to a whole nother level again. So we ain't gonna crowd y'all mind too much though. But other than that though, you ain't missed nothing. So you know what time it is, guys. Let's give thanks to God first and foremost too, as well too, because this is just an amazing time to be here, to do the things that we're doing, to have the success that we have had, to hear all of the testimonies and everything. And a lot of things that what I love about this the most is because you come here and you hear a person's problem. And when you hear their problem and then the next week or so, you hear their solution and you're like, wow, it happened. And we just heard it. We watched it in real time, dealing with different individuals. So always appreciative of those who do share their testimonies and their time. And just, I'm thankful for you guys for making this possible. So, and, you got to find what God means to you. Don't let nobody else define that. I think everybody needs to truly understand that. And once you define what God is to you, then don't ever let nobody shake that from you, ever. So, and, but definitely though, always appreciated of this time and just giving thanks to God, giving us the right to decide, to have a sovereignty of being able to say yes or no and making these decisions, being able to have a free form of thought. I one of my pet peeves is when people try to think for me. I hate that shit. I hate it with a passion. Do not think for me. You can ask me. I'll tell you what I think myself. And that's it. You know what I mean? So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that we get to make a decision off of that because, you know, without that, what would life be? What would life be if you didn't have the full? You would be a robot. Would you even be aware of yourself? And then to be aware of yourself, but then still not get to make that decision about yourself, it's pretty rough. And that's just like growing up as a kid. You are aware of yourself, but your parents' decision is what mattered, even if it didn't benefit you or whatever. And you always was like, I can't wait till I grow up to what? To have that sovereignty, right? So imagine life being like that forever for you. Like, so that's why I said we can't take the little things and overlook them just to being able to do the things that we're able to do and make the decisions. That's freedom within itself. If you're looking for freedom outside of you, then you're never going to find it ever. I don't care who you are. Freedom is within you right now. So it belongs to you, but it belongs to you to act on it at all times. Now, how you choose to act on it and whatever, that's you. You did it in your own freedom and sovereignty of that. Nobody ever took it from you. If you, whatever that may be. So, you know, I think a lot of people get this type of stuff mixed up about what it is to be free. But freedom requires you exercising your right, not nobody else. You got the freedom to in protection of that as well. But can't nobody do that for you. And that's one of the most beautiful things about free. That's why they consider this the America the Brave, America the Great. But if that is so, and let's just think about it. If it's so, if it's true, if it let it be, then what we need to realize is that it takes the people. And if the people are not knowledgeable of the law and of the system that you are in, and I think to me that just makes it look like we're not intelligent beings because we're supposed to be able to adapt. And that's what makes you intelligent. How quickly can you adapt to new information or things of that nature, right? So how quickly can you do that? And you're able to do that if you choose to. And a lot of you are letting fear set in, and fear can control you. Like, I'm a Stranger Things fan, and I think people don't know what Stranger Things is about. It's literally about mental health. The whole entire show is. Every bit of it is a mental health situation. And that's the reason why when they fight, they are having to fight with their mind and come up with these different things to do stuff. But all of it is each individual is having to face themselves based upon their fears or shame or whatever it is that they are hiding within themselves. But see, everybody looks at Vecna as if Vecna is the villain. Truth is, Vecna is not the villain. Vecna, in reality, would be the one who's trying to free everybody. Everybody else that's living on the other side of what they call the reality world are living in an illusion. And he breaks that barrier, makes you look at yourself, and people can't handle it. So that's why you watching these people die, but it's really the rapture. But that's why I say every movie I watch, it's all like the story of Christ. Every bit of it. I can't never find a movie that ain't. Even The Matrix, all these great movies we like, Terminator, it's all the same story. It's just given to you in a different way, but definitely the same freaking story. So when you look at it and truly understand it, you know, we just got to face ourselves as people. We are our only demise. It's just us. We do it to ourselves every day. Epstein files just dropped. Y'all reading them. And as I said before they drop, y'all just going to read them. That's it. It's entertaining to you to get on here and to talk about it. You got a few people that's going to incline to make a move on it and stuff like that. But that's about it. Be honest, people just don't care. Right or wrong. They looked at it and they said, oh, the kids got to eat. Got up, went on about their day. And that's where they want you at. It was at one point of time where people were locked in fully on government and being able to fully govern themselves in certain ways. Men were men of law. Now we got people who are not. We just, how can I say it? We always sitting at a minority status. And a minority status is when you begin to place everything outside of you, point at everybody. It's their fault. It's their fault. They did to this to us. They built the system. But it's like when you look in that mirror, like, do you even know the system first and foremost to consider themselves building the system against you? And then you start asking the people about it and they don't know. Right? It's just, let's go vote. And then it's sad that the main thing people say when it comes to vote is what? Oh, you just got to vote for the lesser of the two evils. That's shitty. That's insane to even think like that. So when you look at and you hear those things, people are defeated within themselves already. Before we even step out here on the war, you're going to die. Because you already then died within yourself. Not going to make it. Seriously. And I say that because people think America is just exempt from anything could possibly happen here today, guys. You do not know what could happen. Don't think that we not subject to, we exempt, needs to put it like that we're exempt from getting bombs dropped on us over here. That we exempt, I mean, hell, we'll damn near do it to ourselves. So don't think we exempt from stuff happening. And it takes you to be in plan mode. It takes you to have a way. We're so far from what it means to survival. I'm not even going to say survival. Just thriving. We're definitely surviving. We're in survival mode. Shit. But I mean thriving and really living truly as a community. And the reason why I say that is because we're going into a new fiscal year. How many families have literally sat down, looked each other in the eyes, and talked about their situations and their future and what needs to be done and literally written it out fully and really just want to do something about it? You got to think about that. If you haven't, if your family haven't done that, then that's where we're at right now in the whole entire world on a lot of different situations. You know, it's a serious thing. It's a serious thing and not only that, because I understand, I know what it feels like to put everything together and then you have that conversation with everybody and shit, that's it too. I know what that looks like. So, you know, believe it or not, man, and I know a lot of y'all think very highly of me, and I appreciate it. But I'm gonna say this, like, as much as y'all think that I got going on, I don't got going on. I do got a lot at the same time, and I'm blessed for it. But it's just what I mean by that is it could be people all around me and never take this information and use it. It could be people all around me and never acquire themselves, but just around me. And as far as you are away from me, and the only thing that you do is get to hear me speak on here, and y'all out there doing everything with all this information that I give to you. But that's my point in everything that I'm saying. How bad do we really want this? How bad do we really want to make a change in what we are doing? Like, are we going to really sit down and say, hey, I know for a fact that everything that we put into Walmart never come back. We put into Target, into Louis Vuitton, or I don't, unless I got a stock in these particular things myself, which is what you're supposed to do in the capital world, is go into stocks of these particular things that you know that's always being bought, and that's or what you buy. That's another thing. But on the back end of things, when it comes to just the natural life of things, then it's just it's just more intellectual to know that it's better for us to walk away from Walmart. It's easier. Like if I knew somebody that had everything that I would go to Walmart for, I promise you I would get it directly from you. And that's just me, clothes and all, whatever. Sweatsuits, a t-shirt, whatever, some socks. anything else, you know what I'm saying? Like just any other thing that I may go and get, I would rather get it from you personally. But I have to go deal with a corporation that's never going to dump back into what we doing. But this is our situation though. And this is why I say be able to look out in the world. Yes, getting into the business world is great. But what happens when you feed into the business world so much that you forget about the other things? Because there's a lot of people with a lot of great business, a lot of great this, a lot of great that. But like I said, you never know it can be a great, huge catastrophe right now. Whole platonic shift start happening, and the whole United States splits in half, and certain land start dropping. It's possible. I mean, it's been recorded to happen before. Some call it the Great Flood. Some call it the Great Earthquake. Just depends on where you were at, what you experienced. But it all happened at the same time. All throughout every civilization and during that time spoke about it. Even the Mayans spoke about it, and so on. I mean, in the Bible, it's written as the Great Flood, but it was a true event that happened, which we know that's how the separation of the started happening, like during with the land, et cetera, across the globe. Or I don't even want to consider the globe, but I'm just going to play across the landmass, period. So, I mean, it's a lot to deal with and take in, but I just really want you guys to know, like, you want to do something different, and do something different. Like, don't still be in the same position that you was in 2025. Leave that behind, for real. New start, new you, new whatever, but make sure it count though. Give yourself a chance. As what I say, give yourself a chance. Everybody, I don't care how close you are to me and how far you are from me, whatever. Give yourself a chance. If you don't give yourself a chance, and I ain't talking about just a year, months, man, listen, 5 years, 5-year plan for you. And actually execute everything going there that you say. Attempt to do it. You ain't doing shit else. Nobody. You work, you get off, cool, boom. What about the time for you and other things that you want to do? Gotta choose you. Gotta choose you, family. Anybody got any testimonies today before we get started? Testimonies. All righty. Well, today is on the Q&A day, so I'm here to answer questions, your thoughts, whatever. Let's talk about it. Specifically, because I think that what we covered in Master Merchant was grand. It was grand. Do y'all remember the last thing we covered? Oh, y'all ain't gonna talk to me today. Do you remember the last thing we covered?
Was it wind?
You said what?
Was it the wind book?
Yeah, what was it about though? So let's see. We did Wind Edition. We did Odds in the Courtroom, the Master Merchant Estate, Wind Edition, the Fire Edition. No, well, the Fire was for what's the name? Earth Edition, and the Be Like Water Edition. That's a lot that we covered. A whole lot. A whole lot. So with that being said, y'all ought to have some questions, some answers, or something up in here. Now, if y'all know everything, then hey, I'm ready. I better hear some testimonies within the next couple months for sure from everybody in here.
Was the last thing we covered the tenor by performance?
Nope. That's
No,
probably
okay.
what you've been hearing me talk about on, on my time that I be on TikTok and stuff like that. But the last thing that we covered was we did the notice of liability and equitable procedure was the wind edition. So with everything that you guys have taken into consideration, when it comes to eyes in the courtroom, well, this whole master merchant thing was to show you guys, because a lot of people like to say, oh, it's commerce, admiralty, but they can't relate it to you. They just regurgitate some information they heard. I showed you exactly what it means and how to fully operate and take these same procedures and get the actual results that you want by doing the same thing that you've been hearing all this time, which is, guys, you don't have to go in there and say stuff like you're not the name, whatever, like just be the party. At the end of the day, everything has to literally be performed according to the Constitution. So with that being said, give me in layers from the highest contract to the lowest contract when it comes to city, state. Yeah, when it comes to city, state, and federal. What are they trying to operate with you?
Is federal, state, or city?
Yeah, so what are they trying to operate with you though? Like what do they consider
Commerce.
what contract?
Commerce.
The federal, the United States Constitution, the state constitutions, and then the statutes and legislative,
All
the
right,
statutes
so
and codes.
so that's just now keep going. Because the city still got its own.
Municipal statutes and codes.
They basically call
City charter.
ordinances. Or mandates and ordinances is
Ordinances,
what
yep.
comes out of cities. So you get fined for city ordinances and stuff like that. You know, loud noise in the city. They give you a ticket for that. You know, if the sheriff give you a ticket, then it's loud noise in the what? County. Right? If the state trooper gives you one, then it's loud noise in the what?
State.
Now, if the federal government come get you, it ain't gonna be by no loud noise. But you get the point. So you can see the jurisdictions of what's what. All right, so now you got the lowest contract is the city is going to try to operate with you based off their city ordinances, et cetera. And then any form of legislative law that they're able to use for as traffic and infractions and stuff like that. All right, so that's the automatic contract. So as soon as we say contract and then we start talking about obligations and performances, that places us where?
In contract. And
It places in commerce.
beneficiary.
Places in commerce, right? So now that we are in commerce, you got to look at this then. So when the judge of a city, the city judge is going to take an oath to, well, y'all tell me, and I'm gonna see who get it right. What they gonna take an oath to?
To uphold the Constitution, they're supposed to.
Okay, what though? It's more than one Constitution. Actually, it's 51.
Oh, the state.
You say what?
They're supposed to. They take an oath to uphold the state constitution and the United States Constitution. Do they do both?
They're going to take an oath to the federal constitution, the state constitution, and to uphold the state laws, which is the legislative laws. And then they're also going to enforce what?
Statutes and codes.
I already said that part. That's legislative law.
Commerce.
Come on.
Commerce.
City. We already said commerce. We know that's what this is. We're talking about
Enforce
he's gonna take an
ordinances.
oath to the the U.S. Constitution, the state constitution, which also involves the state laws, which is the legislative laws. Then when it comes to the city, they say they're going to enforce what? The city rules, the city rules and ordinances and stuff too, right? So that's 4 freaking contracts. 4 guys. 4 contracts. Which one are you going to make them operate with you on?
Federal.
You want to start at the 2 highest
I would say federal.
the 2 highest contracts, which are the constitutions themselves, the state and federal. So once you get those 2, you make them operate from there. So how are we going to do that? So if we're dealing with a courtroom right now, and let's say the prosecutor gives you a ticket, whatever, and you you go into this court. As soon as you get up to this court, there are some things that needs to be established. So what are you going to do? And let's say that you actually was speeding. What are you going to do, guys?
Repeat the question.
Establish jurisdiction.
You going to establish jurisdiction? Why should you have to establish jurisdiction?
Well, have them establish jurisdiction.
Who is them?
The officials within the courts?
It's only one person that has to do it. And that's no, the judge don't. The judge, the referee.
No, the officer.
Somebody said accept their oath. It's already been accepted. It's already been in. They're sitting in that seat. They're automatically held according to the Constitution itself. What's anybody else? Come on. What y'all got?
Plaintiff.
Who?
Plaintiff. The plaintiff.
And who's the plaintiff?
The plaintiff has to establish the jurisdiction in writing.
Exactly.
The one who brought the claim.
The one who brought the claim, which is who? Who brought the claim?
Prosecutor.
In that particular case,
The prosecutor. Okay, so we established that. If the prosecutor brought the claim, then what do we need to do to deal with the prosecutor? What do you do?
but is the prosecutor a living being to be able to bring a claim?
Nah, you ain't finna get nowhere in court. Literally, you're gonna lose so fast.
Demure.
Oh, I'm just asking
abatement.
questions.
No, I know that, but I'm saying like it don't. All that stuff that you just asked. This is where people fuck up at. That shit don't matter. None of that matters. I just want y'all to
Would
know
you
that.
do it
Go ahead.
Would you do a motion to dismiss, or would you do an abatement of demure?
Okay, you can do a motion to dismiss, or you can do an abatement. But now when we start doing the motions, we trying to put something in whose hand?
In the appeal court?
Come on, whose hand are we trying to put it into?
The court.
The judge.
The higher court, right?
The judge.
The
Because
judge,
anytime
okay.
you make a motion, the judge is the one who has to grant or deny. So how do we keep the judge from being involved in this particular situation?
Establishing jurisdiction.
Somebody said plea and abatement. That's a pretty good thing to do. You can do, but what else? Anybody?
Make them prove their claim.
Plea of abatement. Plea of abatement is great. So now, y'all keep saying make them. I want y'all to be so specific that you know exactly who you talking to, what they need to do, and why they supposed to do it. So now, if we go in there, we can do a motion to dismiss, etc. But what we just did was, and that's equitable. Trust me, I taught it to you. You can do it. It works. But now I'm trying to make y'all level your game up today. Every time I level up, you got to come up here with me. So we done that. We know that's going to work. But I figured out something that I don't need them to do anything. I don't need the judge to do anything until I'm ready for him. And when I get ready for him to make his move, he ain't got no choice but to make the move. So the first one we need to be talking to is the prosecutor. The prosecutor brought the entire claim. So when they come in and they ask you, do you understand such and such? What's the first thing you're supposed to say? They'll say, how do you plead today? You got many different pleas. They'll try to stick to you to guilty or not guilty. But here's the thing. I can't make a what? I can't make an accurate plea here today until certain things are given to me. So the only plea I can make is a plea of what?
Tender.
Plea of tender, which is an offer of what? What are you offering?
Performance.
Okay, performance. Now, since you said you're going to offer a plea of tender of performance, right? Great. So you're going to offer your performance in all what? Lawful obligations. So now we're speaking directly to who? The prosecutor. Now, based upon this plea of tender of performance, what do you want the prosecutor to do, guys?
Perform.
What do you want him? You want him to turn a flip?
Produce
You want him to
the,
dance? You want him to do the
produce the
moonwalk?
claim.
What y'all want him to do?
Settle the matter.
Settle the matter? What matter? Do a matter even exist right
Like,
now? We
get
don't
rid
know.
of-
That's why we said we cannot
Yeah.
make an accurate.
Perform with evidence.
We can't make an accurate plea of
You want
guilty
to
or not
produce.
guilty. So here we make a plea, a plea of tender of performance. Why? What do we need?
The proper
Charging is
accounting.
proof of the
Oh,
claim.
yes.
Proof of the claim.
Need discovery.
Okay, so y'all say we need discovery. I'm trying to show y'all something, and listen to me. At first, I said on level, we're gonna say on level 5. On level 5, I said do a motion of production for whatever you want. But that puts it back in who hand?
The judge.
Okay, and the judge can grant or deny. How do we keep the judge from having that type of control?
The plea of tender thing. Tender of performance.
And what do we want?
We want the
No.
prosecutor to produce the charges.
We want them to do everything,
Well,
the same thing that you was going to do in motion of production.
Everything.
You're doing it in a plea of tender of performance. And what you just did was now the judge don't have no control. And if they can't produce any of this that you're saying so you can make an accurate performance, which means that now you're going to perform whether you're going to make a plea of guilty or not guilty. But you can't do any of that until then. So now you want them to what? So let's say we said it's a traffic infraction. So that means we're in a place where it's a bench trial, but it is criminal in nature. So according to law, it says that such and such, such and such. So now you want to know, how do this particular court, is this a competent jurisdiction enough able to give a trial by jury? Because it says it according to the 6th Amendment. We bring them back to the highest constitution. When you ask them at the highest contract. So once you ask the prosecutor these things and he can't produce these particular things. So what happened is the prosecutor brought it in the wrong way. Come on.
Court.
Venue.
Jurisdiction.
Brought it in. That's it. So now we just removed territorial jurisdiction, which took away personal jurisdiction and subject matter jurisdiction from this court. That means it has to do what? So if the prosecutor can't prove any of that shit, and that is accounting, M-Dub 16, appreciate that. It is accounting. They're calling you to account for something. If I'm going to be here to account for something, then I am going to do a full audit of the accounting, right? So let me audit the whole entire
Correct.
situation. The first thing needs to be audited is the venue, et cetera, all these different things. It's the prosecutor's fault that they brought it in the wrong venue, not the judge. The judge is just here to referee, right? So that's the reason why if you ask the judge, hey, does a judge, if you ask the judge, do he got jurisdiction, the judge is going to say, yeah. And he has every right to, by what? By way of information coming from a claim that was filed by the prosecutor. So according to these charges and everything that's been presented by affidavit, et cetera, that they have signed off, whatever the case may be, or how it may be, my point is, at that particular time, they do have jurisdiction. And they have personal jurisdiction because according to what has been said, this is so. But how do we change that? Well, a plea of tender by performance. I stand ready to perform any and all lawful obligations. But you have to perform a mutual obligation as well, a mutual obligation, and it's mutual account. Because we're both here on this case number. As I told y'all, the case number is in a what? Account, right? And it's considered to be accounts receivable for the classes. This is why. Hey, we finna go out of season 8 and straight into season 9. And it's gonna be a lot of stuff you're gonna think that's the same, and it's not. Because this is the first time y'all heard me say this, right? Unless you was on TikTok with me yesterday. But that's because I told y'all I'm always studying, I'm always reading. Don't ever think I'm gonna stop. Never. But I'm starting to see more and more clear because I told y'all I want things to end quickly. I want to take away a lot of power that they think they have. And if I don't, and I'm the one that has all the power, and I give power to whoever I want. If I want the judge to have power, then I do a motion to the judge. I gave him power. If I want the prosecutor to have any form of power or situation, I'm gonna talk to you. Deal directly with the prosecutor. Right now, I gave all the power to the prosecutor. What he's gonna do with this power is going to determine whether this court is going to be able to stand or not. And they're not going to be able to stand because he brought it in the wrong venue. Because that is the whole entire point of what? If you have to if you have to appeal that municipal court, it's just only going to take you to a competent court that was able to have a trial by jury, right? Right?
Right. Right.
So why did we waste our time in that lower court? It defeats the purpose. So don't sit in there and get harmed. That's the reason why I plea a tender of performance in this particular situation would be great. Or abatement. It's pretty much the same thing. You can abate the situation just by saying this, and this is not present. And you speak to you speak directly, because when you do the plea, the prosecutor is the one that has to answer, not the judge. When you do a motion, the judge is the one that have to answer. So now once we show that the prosecutor cannot produce these particular things and has put it in the wrong venue, now we give the judge power to do what? Dismiss this case for lack of jurisdiction. And he has to do it because what he sees is what? We put the prosecutor in a position to have to do something. The prosecutor couldn't do it, couldn't prove it. Therefore, this case has to be dismissed because there is no evidence here. There's none. It's not anything. That's like, who was that? I think it was one of my clients, and they told his son that he had that they didn't have anything. They didn't have the body cam. They didn't have anything, nothing. And then they still ruled in favor and wanted them to go to appeal it, basically. Because if they didn't have any of that in that municipal court that day, they weren't supposed to do any of that. So that's the reason why you have to make sure the prosecutor, you talk and deal with the prosecutor, and it's lack of performance. And when they do lack of performance, it's out of there. They default. Court can't hold it. They're in the wrong venue. You know, and you got to know these things. Question the prosecutor up on why we're here today, because he's trying to deal with you on the lowest contracts, which is the legislative law they're able to use by statutory dealing with traffic infraction and or the city municipal ordinances, et cetera. That's the only way he can do it. He's not going to be able to be in a court that's dealing with the Constitution, et cetera, or able to give you a full due process of law. It's a bench trial. So understand that. Everybody. Y'all got that?
Yeah. How will we present ability to perform? Do we have to present ability to perform in a situation?
What you mean ability to perform? You mean tender?
I don't know. I read something in the book saying like you gotta have whoever like offer the tender performance gotta present ability to perform.
Right.
The
That means
tender
I'm ready. So
tender.
ability to perform is first and foremost, are you what they call in full life, means civilly and physically, and you're conscious, sound in the conscious mind, then yes, then you have the ability to perform, which means that you have the ability to give a plea your damn self, not nobody else. You got the ability to perform whatever lawful obligations may need to be fulfilled in this particular setting. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
That's it.
But
Absolutely. So, as I was saying, same situation. So if you like right now, if you get hit and they got you in a foreclosure case or anything like that, as soon as you get in there, what are you gonna do? Because yes, motion of production and stuff like that, it's great. Do not get me wrong. If you can still do it that way, it's not gonna change anything. But you might have to take it all the way up through appeals and all of that to get stuff handled. But me personally, I know and feel that if you just go in there and do a plea or tender of performance, it's gonna be hard on them. Because it's like, okay, if you're here at this particular court, this specific day, and somebody made a claim, and usually when they deal with banks, what are banks going to file, guys?
well, complaint.
Okay,
1099.
a regular complaint. And what is going to be given as evidence with this particular complaint?
Like a statement. They call that stat.
Affidavit.
It's gonna
affidavit too.
It's
Dunny's
gonna
letter,
be
maybe? Maybe
stated.
Dunny's letter?
They're only gonna give the account ledger and maybe a copy of a contract. That's it. That's all they're gonna give. And that right there is enough to say there is a contract in existence. Here's the account ledger showing evidence that there's unpayment or unpaid, whatever the case may be, right? And it happened within that particular jurisdiction or territory, et cetera. And if that's so, then now they have the right to make this claim in court. But here's the thing. When you come to court and you do a plea of tender of performance, right then and there, and they can't produce it right then and there, then it's over with. Because what you're saying is, I stand ready to make this perform today. Right? Now, did y'all not know? I'm trying. And y'all like, well, what if they have everything that you're saying? What you gonna do?
They have everything. I don't think they can have everything, man. That's a whole accounting.
Let's just say they do.
They won't.
Let's say they do.
You need to ask them if under penalty of perjury.
Let's say
they're
do
gonna
all of that. Let's say they do everything that we asked for. I'm talking about they show up with everything. What are you going to do?
Then you just don't agree to be the surety, right?
What y'all gonna do?
So
That don't matter.
What y'all gonna do?
Tender by performance.
You already did that.
That'll
They
work.
performed. They brought everything. What you gonna do, Face? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I'm talking about. Hey, come on now. Come on
That
now.
got me stuck. Got me stuck right here.
Challenge the tender. You
Now
gotta
we are.
make sure it's authenticated. It's
Come on, merchants. Y'all
verified.
supposed to be merchants.
Chain of title.
Settle the matter.
You gonna check?
They did not
Challenge
already
the-
get gave the chain of title. So how we gonna settle the matter?
Okay.
I'm gonna perform.
We gonna perform. Now how we gonna perform?
How about a banker's acceptance?
We don't need the bank. What y'all want to do?
Mm.
We are the bank.
All right. So
Accept it for
come out your
value.
come out your pockets, big bank heavy. What y'all gonna do?
Oh man. Let's see.
Hey, I know
Motion to
what
dismiss?
do. I know what to do.
Come on, Eric.
What
Tell
y'all
us.
gonna do? I know what to do.
I just
Question
said
is, what
accept
you
it.
gonna
Accept
do?
it for value.
I
Right?
don't know.
No.
I don't know either.
Something on in
So
the
we
paid
don't
in
accept
full
it, right?
class, man. What we did in that
Make a
paid in full
counteroffer.
class. Let me see.
No.
Accept it for value and discharge of debt? No. If you're going to accept it, if you're going to accept the value, that means you're going to perform the lawful obligations. What are you going to do?
Bill of exchange. I don't know.
Well, we getting close. What y'all gonna do?
Hold on.
Ask
See.
for the bond.
Accept it and perform.
What? How you gonna perform? So I bet y'all said accept it and perform. Now I want you to perform. What you gonna do? I won. I brought everything to the table. I got the chain of title for you. I got the original note with the wedding signature all right here in front of you. I got everything that you want to see. It's all right here, and it's all right. Every bit of it. Because you know why it's right? Because
Summary
I've been
judgment.
watching y'all out here teaching and how y'all was going to get us. So I figured out that we going to make sure you can't get us. So now I'm here. What y'all going to do?
Summary judgment. If you got all that, I move for summary judgment.
Well, I'm going to win because I got everything. I got proof that you owe. So what's up?
If you got proof that I owe, then you got proof that I invested.
Hey, this is not a court of equity. This is a court of law. And the law says that you agreed that there's a contract. You signed it. You didn't make these payments here, and you must pay.
You got to
Endorse it.
show me that you have authority to move that. You got to show me
I
where
already
your
got
authority
it. I
comes
just
from.
told
And
you.
that,
You going backwards. This has already been proven. I've got authority. I got it. I got everything. What y'all gonna do? Y'all going backwards. Y'all scared because y'all scared to move forward. Somebody said tender payment of lawful money for redemption. Okay. What else y'all gonna do? I ain't paying shit. But what y'all gonna do?
Everything's been put in a trust, so you're not the surety.
Oh man. Y'all ain't gonna get nowhere. What y'all gonna do, man? I got 29 people on here. I got 15 people on TikTok. We got about now we got 36 people in here. Some of y'all still on Facebook with us. 29 people on and 16 on TikTok. What y'all gonna do? Ain't nobody told me nothing yet. Oh, it's something y'all love to do and talk about. What y'all gonna do? Y'all talk about this shit so much. It's crazy. We can if I would have put this on the class, that it'll be about 200 people up in here right now.
Do the taxes.
All right,
A
well,
1099-C.
You gonna do what?
A 1099-C.
You ain't got the power to do the 1099-C. I'm the creditor. You owe me.
But they took the security instrument, right?
I got everything. What you gonna do? I got to prove that you owe me. What are you going to do?
Audit the account.
Okay, Judge, I'm gonna need to get you already audited the account. I brought everything. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the summary judgment, and I'm gonna move on the garnishment of your checks and whatever else you got in your life. That's what I'm finna move to do. What y'all gonna do?
If CRO, I'm doing a whatchamacallit, an injunction.
How you gonna do an injunction and I got everything? Y'all, what y'all like? It sound like y'all running from a fight.
It's
Can
not
you
making
appeal the
it's- you-
decision?
It's what you.
If you have accounting, then you can show
I've
where
already showed
my-
it. Y'all keep saying, I'm saying for the sake of what y'all asking, I've showed everything. I've got it.
but you haven't
Wet ink
performed.
signatures.
But if
Everything. It's right here in front of you.
Equitable discharge or something.
if you have the accounting and you show me where I've invested, then the
You
summary
keep say-
judgment
you
would
keep
not be
saying
you
what
giving me my.
Bro, you listen to me. What you saying in a court of law, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna be a whole beast in here. I'm gonna win.
No,
You-
I'm
you
trying to
going to
understand
lose.
I'm trying to understand what you're asking. Like,
I told you, I got
what
everything.
side of it are we on? Am I the forecloser or the foreclosee?
I'm the plaintiff foreclosing on you.
Don't they have to prove you're the surety?
I got the proof that you the surety. You signed the contract. Y'all gotta listen. You in a court of law. So it only deals with the what? Form. The form means that there's a contract here. You're here because you saying it's a contract. Bro just said, yeah, it is my note. Okay, and wouldn't that make me an investor? And in the court of law, no, it does not make you an investor. So
I
that
wasn't
means
necessarily
the
with the
form
notes. I
says
was
that
just
you agreed that you owe me. You agreed that you didn't have any payments there. I brought everything that you asked for, and here we are. What you gonna do? You can't dismiss the case.
You gotta
'cause it's in
move
my
I'm
favor.
looking at when I say authority, I'm not looking at the note. I'm talking about the servicing agreements that
All of
shows
that.
the chain of title.
I got all of that. I got everything. I'm trying to let me say this one more time so y'all can hear me. I got everything you're asking for. All of it. All
So-
of it's been proven.
So now,
All of it been accepted as admissible evidence by the judge, and the judge says I have everything that you asked for too. I fulfilled the obligation. I do got the chain of title. None of it's broken. I do got everything. Everything. I even got made sure that the chain of title in this situation would be if we're gonna say in a mortgage or whatever, then I do got the deed of trust. I got it filed down at the county. The county been had it. Now, what are you going to do to fulfill the obligation?
now the accounting is what would show the funds and what would show whose funds or what goes where. Am I
And
incorrect?
you about
Is
to
that
lose. We in a court of law. We are not doing a
So
declaratory
you-
judgment. We are not in a court of injunction dealing with equity. You got to do something.
So you're saying that the mortgage and the note is together and it's never been separated? You got everything that way?
Saying they got
How
everything
many
in the
times
court
I
of
gotta
law.
say it? I got it all. What y'all want me
Move
to
it
say?
to federal.
Is y'all mad because I got it
well,
all?
regardless?
You got the
I
you
got
got
it
the original, so you
all.
got the copy.
Man, I got
All
it
of-
all. I said
I
I got
like
the
I like to
original.
change jurisdiction, ain't it?
I got original. Pay me, man, before I had to pull up on y'all.
Oh, I have to probably
Attended
change
by
It's not making
jurisdiction and we
sense, 'cause
can't do
even if you
that.
have everybody, even if everyone has everything, there was still money that changed hands. There's still money due. There's still money on the table.
And you still don't
Yo,
understand.
he's saying that we in the court of law, not equity, so we
That
can't
doesn't
even make
matter.
the
Even in
move.
the court of
It
law,
do
there's money on the
matter.
table.
It does matter, bro.
Even if
I'm
you in a
trying
court
to
of law, there's money on the table.
Man,
The
you
money doesn't
still-
go. That money doesn't only.
I tell you what, this is what I want you to go do then. You specific. We
Yeah,
gonna
you
go
can't
find the
do that in
smallest
court
little
of law,
thing to
man.
do, and I want you to see you.
You
I want
can't
you
do
to
what
take
in
it
a court of law.
court.
People sell their houses every day.
All right, man.
To be able to perform.
Y'all ain't listening. I've been doing this a while to know. I'm trying to tell you. I got everything. And you know who gonna have everything? A credit union. So what y'all gonna do? Navy Federal gonna have everything. Because they don't do the same thing that other banks do. So them one of the ones who will probably have everything sometimes. So what y'all gonna do? Yeah, credit unions operate a whole lot different than the mother member banks. Some of them do a little securitization here and there, but a lot of them don't. So what y'all gonna do? I know what to do. What you gonna do? You even know what to do, but y'all scared of it. What your mind tell you to do? What your heart say?
Should have performed for lawful money.
Tender by performance.
You already did. You already tendered your performance. Now perform. I showed everything. I performed like you asked. Now I need you to fulfill your lawful obligations, which is pay me. How you gonna pay me?
In lawful money.
Hey, whatever that may be, bring it. All right, lawful money.
Negotiable instrument.
Lawful money is considered to be cash in cash. So I want it all in cash. Every bit of it.
Negotiable instrument. They can't demand a species of payment.
I can demand. You could tell. You said lawful money, so cash. You didn't never say what specifically. You didn't say I was gonna wire it to your bank. You didn't say this. So if any type of lawful money we talking, I'm talking cash, cash money, hundreds and tens, 50s, 20s, no ones. And if you gotta bring some ones, round it up, make it enough. Yeah, I just don't listen. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to literally do listen, I'm finna tell you what I'm gonna do. So the next thing I'm gonna do is a tender. And I'm going to tender the payment with a literally promissory note. Because I do have the ability. So then that promissory note is going to literally say whatever that I wanted to say. And then I'm going to enter that promissory note into the CRIS system. And they have to take it because it's an offer. Simple.
Just create a promissory note.
That's it.
Do you need any prerequisites to back that? What's the standard to have that enforceable? I guess my question.
What's prerequisites?
I'm saying in order to offer that promissory note, do you have to have certain paperwork already and
You gotta
some type of status?
You ain't gotta have what? Nope. None of that shit exists. Anybody can operate on the UCC right now today. If that's the case, how can you go sign a promissory note right now? And actually, you gave a promise. See, they don't give you a promissory note. You gave them a promissory note. So if you can get them a promissory note today, right now, what is the difference? Why do you have to go? What status you got to go change and make? Explain that to me. It's nothing you got to go do.
I've never
Remember,
understood that either. We've been doing our whole life. We've been writing promissory notes our whole life, and they've been taking them. Then when you want to use it for your benefit, then they act like you're doing something wrong.
You are doing it wrong.
Okay, so what's the correction on? That's what I was saying about the prerequisite. What needs to be in place so that
What
it's
makes a
being done
promissory
right?
note?
Promise to pay.
Your autograph or your signature.
Hell no. What makes a promissory
Terms,
note?
conditions.
Promise to pay.
Promise to pay. Promise
Nah, man. Let me get y'all together.
or pay to the order.
A payor,
I
a
just want y'all to know this.
withdrawer.
I'm telling y'all right now, y'all got a D today. A damn D.
Oh, no.
Y'all got a D today.
No. Oh no.
Yeah, y'all
That's
got
bad.
a full D. Let's get back into this. Y'all ain't gotta say nothing else. I'm gonna take care of it for y'all. Y'all got a D though. Yeah. Let me get y'all back in line.
Not a C minus.
Nah, hell nah. So ain't no C nothing. A D. And that's me showing grace. All right, listen. What does it take to make a promissory note? Negotiable instrument means a unconditional promise or order to pay a fixed amount of money. So in a promise, It is payable to bearer or to order at the time it is issued or first comes in possession of order holder. Excuse me. Is payable on demand or at a definite time, which means it has to have a freaking date. Does not state any other undertaking or instruction by the person promising or ordering payment to do any act in addition to the payment of money. But the promise or order may contain an undertaking or power to give, maintain, or protect collateral to secure payment. An authorization or power to the holder to confess judgment or realize, own, or dispose of collateral. A waiver of the benefit of any law intended for the advantage of the protection of an obligor, right? So it just told you what you need in order to make a promissory note, right? So
What were you reading, by the way? What was that you were reading?
it's the
Is that a
UCC,
UCC?
negotiable instrument, UCC 3-104. Let's go
You-
to the rules of the law
okay,
to
you-
see what it says.
Three.
So that's what you do to make it. So now you got to understand this. There has to be a payor and a payee. So who's the payor?
We would be the payer.
We are.
You can make it yourself. You can put the trust, whatever that you, either one. Don't put the bank. Don't put nobody else. Who's the payee? Whoever
Depends.
you're paying.
Court.
Whoever it's for, right?
Whoever.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. So what are you going to give them? You can give them what? What can you put in collateral?
Your signature.
The
The equity?
negotiable instrument,
The
the promissory.
certificate of security.
consideration.
I just put I'm just gonna put my labor in there. Like it don't matter.
A promissory note is your
Your
Wow.
labor. Remember, your performance is what's being held as collateral here. They want you to perform. Don't matter how it gets there. I'm just showing you how to settle the matter right then and there, right in court. Walk on up out of there. Done with your day. Put it into the CRIS system. You're done.
Is a court of satisfaction of promise to pay?
Now, listen, what I'm telling y'all is that's how you handle it if they can't show, which it's going to be a 90. It's going to be like we're going to say 9 out of 10. So that one person, it might be 1 month that ain't going that can show everything and going to be fully accurate on everything they do. But everybody else, they ain't going to be ready. Because my whole thing is if you do a plea of tender right then and there, and they can't show and prove everything and everything that you asking for, and then you got to remember, if they don't have it right there, you got a right to a what, family? You got a right to what?
Set off.
It starts with the S. We're in court.
A speedy trial.
We got
so
a right
they
to
can't
a
ask
speedy
for
trial.
continuance.
So if I come to court on this specific day and we're supposed to be here at the hearing and they supposed to have everything to show and delegate authority and they can't show proof of that. So what you entered into court was a plea of tender, right? I want y'all to think. Like you got served, you get it, you enter a plea of tender of performance. You do a certificate, make sure you got your certificate of service to show that you serve the plaintiff, right? The opposing party. And then once you do that, when y'all come to court, you know what they supposed to have at their hearing?
Everything.
Every damn thing that you did. If they don't have everything there, what happens? Dismiss the case.
Discharge.
Lack of standing.
Lack of standing. But why? What else?
Rule
why?
12b6.
How you gonna hold? How you going to make the judge? How you gonna make the judge? Because they might say, ask the judge for a continuance. How you gonna make them stop? They might try to take we trying to make sure it don't even get to a trial. That's the point of pretrial.
dismissed for lack of performance. I mean, yeah. What we said again.
See, the reason what you're gonna do is this: you don't need the oath of office and bonds. You don't
Like
need
a
that for them.
standard.
They are supposed to have that on there. What you got to do is truly understand this. They already sit in that position, so they're gonna have to honor. If you want to trigger the judge, we got to use the highest we got to use the highest contract, which is the Constitution, which says that you have a right to a speedy trial. So this is making it a speedy trial. There's not enough evidence here today to even continue to make a claim to go forth for a freaking trial. So since there is not, this case needs to be dismissed because I have a right to a speedy trial. And because the things that show proof of delegation of authority or to show, what can I say? Yeah, the lack of standing, basically. They got lack of standing here. They don't have the authority to come and bring this claim in this court today. So since they don't, this case has to be dismissed by way of your right to a speedy trial. Do y'all understand that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So tell me what you understand about that the most.
Well, for me,
we're not allowing them to make it further, and and using our right to a speedy trial, so to get it dismissed for lack of standing.
Because remember, when they serve you,
Right.
so what you're telling them is when you do a tender by performance is that when that day comes to court, the first court pretrial that you're there, if they bring everything that you asked for on that particular day, then you stand ready to fulfill all obligations. But if they don't, and they've been notified and given plenty of time to do so before we get there, then you need to make sure you do what?
Get it dismissed for lack of standing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Exactly how it works.
Can they
So,
refile later?
I mean, maybe they can refile later.
Can they
If they got
refile later?
proof, if they got proof, they can refile later. Absolutely. If they end up bringing everything and saying that they got everything that they're supposed to have, then yeah, they can refile. But see, my thing is,
And then that's when we do the promise to pay.
you say what?
And that's when we do the promise to pay. When they bring everything, when they got everything,
Yeah,
basically.
that's when you got to know how to move, for sure. Everything is in the future.
Is a code of satisfaction considered a promise to pay?
See, I want you to say that again to yourself. Got it? Because a court of satisfaction is just a what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of like a strict. It's like it's a condition on a promise to pay. So it's not a court of satisfaction is not the actual promise to pay, but it is a condition upon a promise to pay. But yeah, if you get it dismissed with prejudice, but they're not going to absolutely dismiss it with prejudice. They're just going to dismiss it without prejudice because they still can bring the claim if they got the proof of those things. Now, if they keep trying to bring that claim multiple times, then you move it to get it dismissed with prejudice because they keep trying to do, such and such, such and such, and they can't do that. So you can definitely stop it that way. But the first time, they're going to dismiss it. Now, if they bring it in the wrong venue or something like that, like I've been saying, then it can and has to. If they bring it up under the wrong cause of action, then yes, it will be dismissed with prejudice because they can't never bring it under that cause of action again. So that's just the difference. But I hope everything that I'm saying to you guys is making sense. Hope you got a little leveled up today. Did y'all?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
I'm serious. Do y'all understand why I'm saying what I'm saying to you? Because yes, at first I was like, yeah, we need to go in and do a motion to this, motion to that, motion to that, and then everybody's like, well, the judge ignored, the judge didn't say this, the judge denied, and I'm like, okay, well, you preserve the record, that's cool, but there's something a little bit more powerful that we can do, and if we go directly at the opposing party and make them perform what needs to be performed, whether criminal or civil, doesn't matter. There's still things that needs to be performed before you can do a accurate performance of your obligations. And until those things are done, then you can't do it at all. Right? And that's where you want to be able to play on that field at, because now we're taking it away. Now the judge can't say, I deny this. But now when they see that you're making an offer of your performance, you stand ready. And then what happens is if they refuse your offer, it's considered what?
Discharge.
Exactly.
Dishonor.
Yes.
It's dishonor.
Dis-
And that means they're saying they're not going to perform their obligations. Now, what happens is if they don't perform their obligations when we get to court that day and have everything ready, that means they defaulted. Now, if they say like we would like to set up a continuation for this, and then you say you have to immediately step in. Oh, I got a right to a speedy trial. You have already been you had already been served with the plea of tender of performance here, and here you are. You have not fully performed any of your obligations here today. You had plenty enough time before we got here to court, so therefore you don't have the authority to bring this claim. This court needs to. I move this court to dismiss this case. Yeah. And then you can say dismiss this case with prejudice. I'll take what you said. We can do it that now. Let's state why we want to dismiss with prejudice, because they have not brought these specific things. So unless they bring these specific things in court, they can't file this again. So yeah, I'll take that what you said, Chief Gunner. Appreciate that. Just made my mind think a little more. So yeah, you can do it that way, but just be specific on what you want.
Would it be the first time, or would it have to be after multiple trials?
I could be directly on the first time if you like, if just by what I just said, like you want it dismissed with prejudice, so they can't bring it in the same form that they brought it, meaning that they can't just bring in there a contract in a ledger of the account showing non-payments. They can't do that. So yes, it can be dismissed with prejudice based upon the factor of those things.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. So equity is everywhere, guys. It takes me a little minute. It took me a minute to, I've been moving to equity in a lot of different ways, but just even seeing it even more on what to do and how to go about pressing the issue. You see what I'm saying? So that's the way. Empress Majestic, what's up?
Okay, so just for clarification, so if they do have everything, you said the only thing we should do is a negotiable instrument or promissory note, correct?
Yeah, well, that's it. That's what a promissory note is anyway. It's allowing you to transfer it over to them. So, and the transfer is when you do pay to the order of. That is transferring a negotiable instrument. So to negotiate is to transfer. And that's what negotiable instrument means, that it's transferable, right? If it is, if it specifically says, if it says payable to the bearer, it's always negotiable. If it specifically, states to a pay to the order of, it's only negotiable, being able to be transferred to who it's made out to. And then they can make it a negotiable instrument again, whether it's payable to the bearer or whoever. So, but yes, that's what you do. Now, a lot of y'all are thinking that I'm saying pay with money or put on a promissory note that you're going to tender some type of money. No, only thing you got to do is put a promissory note of performance. And if you want to, you can put it along with your plea of tender. So it'll already be there. And then you just make the promissory note And the promissory note itself is based upon you performing. That's it. You're promising to perform
How do you
in the future.
determine the amount, or you don't? The amount is not important. Is that they're just gonna settle
I
it
ain't
and you
finna, I
don't
ain't
care?
finna promise nothing that they ain't already putting down. So I mean, you gonna the amount is gonna be there. They gotta put how much is owed when they come into the court. Only thing you gotta do is just a promise of your performance.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, see. All right. And I want y'all to check this out. You can say, all right, I promise to perform over the next 100 years to pay this individual $2.50 a week. I don't think y'all hear what I'm saying, because this is my ability to pay. This is the best I can do. $2.50, bro. That's all. That's it, man. Everything else is already taking money. And that's the reason why when your money already has prior obligation, you just gotta get your ass in line. If I owe Bill, Jack, and Jeff, but I owe Jeff first, then Bill, then Jack, and then Jack just now getting his claim, well, guess what? The other two gotta get paid first. Bill and Jeff is gonna get paid first. And Jack just gotta wait his turn. So according to what I'm kicking out to Bill and Jeff and my expenses of living, the only thing left for you, Jack, is $2.50. Take it or fucking leave it. You can't make me have an extra ability to pay, because this is all I can do in life. It's the same thing with child support. I mean, people will actually quit. Like, I ain't paying them folks. I quit my job. I don't got the ability to pay. And everything I own belongs to the trust. I ain't got shit. Then now child support got to come to a halt. There's nothing they can do. And child support situation is so easy because everything is about the best interest of the child, in the best interest of the child. So is it in the best interest of the child that I lose my damn driver's license? Nope. Okay, get me out of here. Is it in the best of the interest of the child that I go to jail? Nope. Okay, get me out of here. What we doing? We got to ask the right questions, guys, based upon the contracts and things that they're trying to throw at you. You can destroy it. Literally. Is it clicking for you yet? Anybody?
Yes.
Tracy White.
Got it.
Tracy White, what's up?
Yes. My question is, I had brought the question of the liability. Quickly, I just want to know, like, when I file that or type up that paper, I'm putting on there the court. I don't know how to say it, but
I'm going to make it look just like I would file a lawsuit in court. That's how I like to prepare my stuff now. So when I send out a claim against somebody, it's gonna look like a lawsuit, showing you that I'm already ready to file. I'm giving you an opportunity to cure before I file.
I know that, but when I was listening to the video, you know, how you had it typed up, like you're typing up like the motor vehicle plates or this, that, and the other. So who am I holding accountable, I should say? Should I say the Tuscaloosa County Municipal Court, since they're the one who sent me the letter?
County Municipal Court. That's a real thing.
No, I'm just.
I know you just. I was like, had to think for a second. I was like, hold up, but nah. Listen, whoever caused you the harm is who you deal with, regardless. If it's the court can't cause you harm. They already told you that. Only the individual can cause harm. The court does not have a mind to do anything. But the individual who is held responsible for their job and stuff like that, they can cause you harm. So that's who it needs to be directed to.
Okay, so I need to file it. And then also my name was misspelled on the document. Does that matter?
You said what now?
I mean, I know you say it does. My name was misspelled on the paper that they say they served me.
Yeah, it matters. That's not you.
That's what I was thinking because if it, right. Okay, so I'm just going to add everything because I've got emails. I've got that, that document. So, okay, so whoever, it could be the clerk of the court, or, just whoever I need to find out, look on that letter to see if they have anything on there, and that's the person that I put on there that I'm filing suit against.
So I don't want to say that because it just depends on who caused you harm. I don't know what the exact situation is, but if you can know and pinpoint who caused you the actual harm, the actual individual, their job, what was they supposed to do, then that's who need to go on there.
Okay. I got it.
All righty.
I got it. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Princess Nixon.
Gratitude. My question is, everything is commerce and we be signing these contracts. Is there a way to negotiate with these corporations or companies in a way of us not signing over our livelihood, I guess you can say, as far as us getting trapped up in these these contracts where we paying high APR interest? How do you get around that without having to go directly through the company? If that makes sense.
You can negotiate with anything, but negotiate is a two-way street. So both parties will have to come to an agreement regardless. So on that type of note, but just don't go, just my thing is don't sign into bad contracts. If you know it's not time and you got a high risk credit, then you need to go work on that. Go make you some money off your credit report, because anything that you get removed is literally considered a damages towards you. It's deceptive in practice, etc. through equity. And that's the reason why I say moving through equity says a lot different than statutory itself. And, when it comes to statutory, the federal law, then you got the consumer laws, the Fair Debt Collection Practicing Act, as well as the FCRA, the Fair Credit Reporting Act as well. So those two things, when you got one is dealing with the agencies, the credit agencies, and the other and the furnishers, and then the other, the furnishers, it would be dealing with the debt collection practice. So my thing is, if you get something removed off your credit report, then you need to be going to the furnisher based upon fair debt collection practices as well, and going after them for that, because they got to prove these things. Tender by performance. I'm tendering by performance. Everybody, show proof. You got this amount of time to do so. If you don't, it's the fault. Your practice have been deceptive. It's caused me to either lose credit, not being able to get credit, or getting a lower amount of credit than I was supposed to. Like all of that, there's damages everywhere. Anytime somebody do you something wrong in any type of way, then you must be fully made whole, especially when it comes to commerce, because that's the whole reason in the congressional findings in the Title 15. Congress is saying, like, hey, y'all, there's no statutory law saying that you have to report. But since you're going to volunteer to report, then you need to make sure that these things are accurate. And the maximum possible accuracy that they're supposed to do is, they got to know. So the only thing, they do the same thing. They just take a copy of a contract and the account ledger, and that's it. But they're not checking the chain of title and all these different things. And that goes back with authority, which now we're talking in equity. Because do they actually have the authority to do so? And if they don't have these things, then they don't have the right to report, which means that their practice was deceptive in nature anyway. So they can be sued. They owe you some money. Real talk. If you just sit around and mess with your credit report the right way, man, you're going to get paid.
And you know what, Coach? You are absolutely right, because my car was repossessed back in November of last year, but they sold it for a couple of $100, but on my credit report, it's still showing the amount when they initially took the car. And I'm like, this is
deceptive,
not correct. You know what I mean? Because it haven't changed at all. They're still reporting the same amount. And I'm like, no, that's not right. So you're absolutely correct.
Have you tried to get anything since then?
Well, I had one particular person who was supposed to be helping me. It's been drawn out. I don't even trust the person.
Are they still on your credit report right now?
It is still on my credit report.
Good.
Yes.
Go find you something. I don't give a damn what it is. Just go try to do something, make a purchase, whatever, and get denied automatically. And even when they deny you, they're not supposed to deny you. They're supposed to make you an offer of credit, of extension of credit. Nobody's supposed to deny you. According to your ability to pay, they have to make an offer. Now, it might not be an offer you want to accept, but they damn sure have to make an offer.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, but once you
Mhm.
do that and you get turned down, it's just stack up more money for you, because based upon them doing this deceptive practice, making this false report and continue to make this false report, each time they did that, for how many months has ever been up there, like, calculate, man. Count your money up. Get that check, because they owe it to you.
I sure am. Absolutely. And what book do you have that I can kind of dive a little bit more into it? I know you
One
have a
is
couple.
called Credit Warfare and the Creditor Slayer. So those two, the best thing to do to get the Creditor Slayer is just do the donation for the tickets. It's just 2 tickets to give you that
Okay.
ebook for free, and a chance to
All
win a
right.
free car.
Perfect. Thank you. Oh, exactly. Right.
Right.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
look out for you.
I'm claiming it already.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Hope that answered your question. All right, so let's see, who did we have? Did y'all two? That's everybody?
No, Terrence was next. I had a quick question. On that plea of tender, is it of performance or for performance? Number one. And number two, is that only good for civil matters, or is it good for civil and criminal? That's my question.
All right, so it could be whatever you want it to be, by, of, whatever, but it's still tender of performance, tender by performance is either or when I do. But what did you hear me say today?
Okay.
Because we talked about both matters, but they're both going to be handled differently, because the one thing is asking for this, and the other is by civil, and the other one by criminal is asking for 2 different things. So you got to know what you want. It's just a matter about how you go about applying it. And it still falls back on to you knowing the court procedures as well, and what to do and following on that. So, but I just, like, it's so much easier to handle this stuff, guys, to going in there fighting with these people about, especially the judge. Because what I've learned the most is the judge ain't got shit to do with nothing. It's the prosecutor and the plaintiff, and whoever you dealing with in a civil case. You need to deal with the person who bringing the claim, who's actually making the claim against you. Did they bring it in the right venue? Do they have the right things to bring the authority to do all what they're doing? Do they have enough, okay, to have a standing here? And that's where you start at. But going to the judge, talking about your name and stuff like that, it's a fight that usually ends up in the form of a contempt. We're not here to fight anything. And we're here to fulfill our lawful obligations. And that's what we're here to do. The party is always here. Y'all keep saying, oh, well, I'm not the, yeah, but you are the party though. Right? So if you're the party, just say the party, because it's a party. It's a party in here.
So say, for example, you dealing with, say, I'm just trying to find something criminal. Oh, go.
We just did it.
Trying to
I
find
just did the
something criminal.
traffic.
Say you
I
dealing
just
with
did
something
the
like a
traffic
reckless crime.
situation. If you heard me talk about the traffic situation, that was the exact same thing. It was criminal. All traffic are criminal in nature within itself. So if that's the case, you going into a bench trial. So I can't make a plea of guilty or
What
not
about
guilty.
something more severe?
It's the same thing.
What about something more severe?
It's the same
No matter
thing.
what. If there's a murder charge,
It's the same thing. If there's not enough evidence or the right things or procedures, et cetera, that has not been performed for you to make to know that if you to make a right, an accurate plea, which means of guilty or not guilty, then here we go. It's the same situation. Everything got to be there according to fully and under due process. Now, if they going to consider and they say they have everything, then now it's time to go in. You got to deal with it. But it's the same. It don't change. We're talking about the substance, not the form. The substance is everywhere.
Right.
The form is according to law. So that would mean by statutory or by some procedure, I have to do something this way or whatever the case may be. But when we talk about substance, then I can demand performance from everybody in any form of criminal or civil, no matter how severe or misdemeanor the situation may be. It's the same.
Okay.
Everybody got to show
Gotcha.
proof. Otherwise, it's nothing. I can put a bonding on the case when I get there because nobody else bonded the case. You don't know that. You can do it. Somebody was asking me the other day, would I do the GSA bonds? I'm not doing none of that. Listen, y'all, they got to do all this shit. I ain't finna go do none of that. I ain't finna go fill out no extra forms for these people. I'm not doing nothing. Why? I'm not finna go fill out no, like, I used to be one of those. Let's do the 1099s. Let's do the, why I gotta do any damn thing when you the one making the claim? You the one supposed to have everything right. Why I gotta go do it? Right?
Right.
It's the same thing. Like I used to say, let's go get an audit these banks. But why I gotta go pay money out my pocket to audit when you were supposed to give full disclosure anyway? But have I ever asked first you to perform these things? No, I haven't. So let me go ask. Right?
Burden is on he who asserts, not he who denies.
I'm just saying. I'm not finna go through all of that. Me spending all this type of money and you ain't got everything here to show that you got the right to claim. No prosecutor is putting.
Well, I'm gonna reach out to you in the private.
I agree.
Eric.
But see, that's the reason why I say for them to perform those things, because if they didn't do those things, then it is what it is. You know? And everything that you're saying, it's cool. I don't disagree, but what I'm trying to tell you is a way of doing things without having the fight and confrontation that y'all be looking for with a judge. I'm not finna have that fight with you. I don't have to deal with the judges. Ain't the one to make the claim anyway. He's there as a referee, so treat him as a referee and don't give him any reason to act in any other type of way. You know what I'm saying? So if the judge automatically try to make you any form of different a different type of plea, then now that's when we go at him, because now he's acting as if he is your what?
Counsel.
He acting like he your representative. And if he's acting like he's your representative from a bench, that means he's doing what?
Practicing law from the bench.
Practicing law from the bench.
Exactly. For the case to be valid, it has to be bonded. Somebody has to bond the case that has to be valued. Yes, but it wasn't your duty to bond the case in the first place. It was the prosecutor. So I'm going to do a tender by performance to show that the case is bonded, etc. If they can't show that shit, this case got to be moved and dismissed. Simple. And now, since they did that and wasted my time, we finna go into civil claims court, 42 U.S.C. 1983. I'm finna sue you in federal court. I'm gonna sue you under the 14th Amendment as well, because it holds the city and state and all local governments to due process. I got you. Shouldn't have brought it in here no way. The prosecutor ain't supposed to bring a damn claim in here unless he know he got everything that it is to do so. Otherwise, it's deceptive in practice. What you just said, I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. Totally. And it is value. That's the reason why I said that, you could enter a promissory note of performance into the CRIS system. And your performance is going to hold that value. So, yeah, the bond that you create in performance could hold that value to bond the case for yourself. Agreed. I don't disagree at all. I just try to make sure people know what to properly say to go about doing it, because people just walk in there and start saying stuff towards the judge, and the judge ain't got shit to do with nothing but refereeing the court. You apply it into, and there you go. Totally. But I'm just to the point to where now it's like whoever bringing the claim, man, you finna do everything. I'm finna do nothing. But make you bring what needs to be there so I can do what I need to do. And if it's not there, then we can't move forward. There's no case. So there you go. That's all you're gonna deal with. Stagger 8 Strings is dropping it for y'all today on TikTok. I agree. Hey, it's dope though, man. It's a dope to know this stuff and being able to operate it in and fully see it and knowing what to do. A lot of people they hear it, they know it, but walking in there, going in there or doing any of this, you know, your paper is on court, of course, and you can't establish it. And it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all, but it requires you to think though. And that's why I say to every last one of y'all, before you go into the new fiscal year, I have to say fiscal because people lose their freaking mind. You just say new year. It's an April. Okay, got you. New fiscal year. So according to the new fiscal year, I want you guys to really do a meditation, like silence. Get into a dark room, place where it's just you, your thoughts, nothing else. Literally meditate and make a decision for yourself. And that decision needs to be, whether if you haven't found it already, what are you going to do for the rest of your life? And then what are you going to do and plan for the next 5 years? You got to make that decision. And if you haven't made that decision, that's actually what's wrong in your life. So you got to make that decision. All right. And I've definitely been doing that for the past week, just reflecting and meditating. But I know some people are so busy. I don't care if it's just 30 minutes, guys. Just have the time, have the thought. Take it. Take your peace of mind at that moment. And then, you know, see yourself, visualize yourself in a higher perspective of where you at right now. And once you make that decision, go out there and be it every single day. Every day. And then you're going to walk it. And once you walk it, then it's already you. Everything has to be made up in the mind first before it be to come here into the physical plane. So it's a choice, it's a decision, it's yours. Stop making excuses. Stop blaming other people for anything. Nobody has control over you but you. You allow yourself to be subjective. Nobody is subjecting you, but you allow yourself to be subjected. That's the thing. So it's on you. Whenever you want something to change for you, make that decision. Whatever happened into your life, look in that mirror, embrace it. Something that happened to everybody, guys. Everybody. Nobody is exempt. We all got a story to tell in here, for sure. I guarantee you. Some of probably the most horrific things you could probably hear from each and every last one of us that has taken place in our life. But at the end of the day, embrace it, take it on, and keep moving forward. Don't let that be a reason why you don't go out here in life and go be the greatest you can be because you choose to complain and whatever. Don't do it. You know, for everything that you say, oh, somebody don't got a leg, but they out here doing exercises every day. They still in the best shape ever. For somebody that don't, you know, maybe have 7, 8 kids, they worked hard. They came and they a millionaire now with their 7, 8 kids. It's possible. Your situation is not a situation that is exempt from success. And that success is what you want it to be, not the world, not others. That goes to your relationships. And I know they give y'all this whole life that they want you to have, but, or, you know, social media life. I'm going to say social life, society life, but it's on you. It's what you want it to be. It's what you want it to look like. and leave it at that. Don't compare yourself to nobody. Nobody. You're unique. You're you. Nobody is you. Nobody can ever be you. I don't care if they doing the same thing you doing, whatever. They still ain't you. And it's only going to ever be one of you. So you're unique. You're beautiful. I'm not even going to say beautiful in your own way. You are beautiful because you are unique. That is the most beautiful thing about it. You know, I'm glad I ain't got no twin. I don't want nobody look like me, be like me, none of that. So, you know what I'm saying? But to y'all, to those of y'all that do, it is a up. You know what I'm saying? It is a up, you know. But at the same time, I don't want that. But, you know, I just really want to say this year has been great. And we're going to pop back in. And when we come back next year, we'll be on season 9. Season 9. Stepping into season 9. Y'all ready for it?
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Sure.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that
Looking
means
forward
there won't
to
be a
it.
class Wednesday, right? I keep hearing you say next year.
You say what now?
I said I'm very what they call it. I read words a lot, so I'm hearing you say next year. So I'm guessing there will not be a class Wednesday.
Nah, man. All you gonna hear is poop, poop. That's how you gonna be hearing and then you're gonna be hearing that little Wayne sound. Yeah, you're gonna be hearing that all Wednesday. You is not
Okay.
you is not finna be hearing me talking on here. So yeah. I'm gonna probably kick it, man. I didn't you know, I got to enjoy myself a little bit with the fam, but like I say, y'all, a lot of y'all know I've been dealing, and I'm not gonna say dealing with my mother because I love to, you know, be around my mother, but just helping my mother and everything like that. So I appreciate you guys' prayers. She's doing great, moving around way better than what we thought that she was gonna do. Like so, you know, I'm proud of her for her strength and to make that mental decision that you're gonna do this. So, you know, hey, I'm glad my mom did that. And it's especially at her age to have knee surgery and go through all that pain and still get up and go. So I really appreciate to see that strength and lets me know the strength that I need to have throughout life and just what I come from as well. So, but I definitely appreciate you guys for your prayers and encouragement on that as well. So I appreciate it. But I don't know, guys. We might you never know. You might see my face pop up or something. I'll let y'all know by tomorrow if it's gonna be a yay or nay. If I say anything, if I just be paying attention to your emails, whatever, or and on Facebook or wherever it is that you might see me at. But I'll let you guys know yay or nay for sure. But if I ain't gonna be doing too much, then we'll see. But we'll see. But I appreciate you guys, man, as of. And if you had to rate season 8, what would you rate it?
Love, great. Love, knowledge, peace, man, everything. Very enlightening.
Absolutely. Totally agree. You got pneumonia. Lord, we're going to pray for you. Them lungs all the way together. Oh, man, I hate that. For real, for real. That's a bad one. All right, guys.
Nobody some mullen leaf.
You say what?
Mullen leaf. Mullen leaf.
Mullen leaf to flush your lungs out. Mullen leaf, cayenne pepper, some ginger, and some.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, y'all make sure y'all get herbed up, man. Out here for real. Get your herbs. Get your herbs. The herbs. The herbs. The word. Oh, don't let me forget, guys. Next, not this coming Friday, but I think the next Friday. And after that, every Friday is bingo night. So don't forget that we do have bingo night. It's between 6 and 7. So I'll let you guys know again the time to be specific. I'm trying to get the flyer with the times on it so you guys can see that. But there will be cash prizes, t-shirts, other things that we do give away, classes what may be given away in here. I don't know. You might end up on a free trip going somewhere one day. Who knows? You know, and it also, when you do participate in the bingo, it also gives you another ticket to be able to win a chance to the free car as well. So we're going to be doing this definitely up until June, that we'll be doing bingo nights. Y'all more than welcome to come and play and enjoy your time. The next time we do it, we will be doing it live. So we got all our kinks and stuff worked out that we had during our trial run and stuff like that. So we definitely appreciate everybody that participated and just your patience with us as well through that. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed watching as well. I didn't get to play, but because I wanted to watch and make sure everything ran smoothly. But overall, it did. And I'm going to be playing from here on out, though. So bingo, 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 bingo. And it's going to be other few games. We're going to do 3 games of bingo, and then there'll be other 2 games between the 3 games that is also going to involve prizes. It could be name that song. It could be a lot of different stuff that we got coming up with. So just be prepared for those things. And one day we're going to try to do Family Feud and stuff like that. We're going to try to do stuff like that too as well. So in the future. So, but I appreciate you guys. As always, been a great season 8. The return of the Master Merchant. I haven't really thought about season 9 quite yet, but I will say for the future of next year, the first class that we're going to be doing is the Tender by Performances class. The deluxe edition is coming out on the 24th. So we're going to drop it real heavy on the February the 24th. It's going to be a real dope class. I'm only going to do one conference this year. It's going to be the Master Merchant Conference, and we're going to do that in the summer. So you guys are more than welcome for that. It's going to be a bang. It's going to involve pretty much everything. Anything that you can think of, we're going to have it in that conference. It'll probably be more so of a 2 or 3 day conference. I want to make it worth the while. So as well. And this year, we're planning for the trip for Hawaii for 2027. So of that'll be where we do the retreat and everything there as well. So I'm gonna need a few people that we're gonna do herbal and mental health as well as law. So basically, it's gonna be a mind, body, spirit type thing. What we're gonna take care of, the mind, the body, the spirit, and of course, when I say mind, that goes into law and all of that type of stuff as well. Just the body and the spirit as well. So yes, it will be a retreat. I don't want to say couples retreat, but hey, whoever come, you bring your fam, whoever. It's just for us to be able to do. So yeah, just letting y'all know, we will be going 2027. We will be in Hawaii. So giving everybody a full year to make their plans and get ready to go if you're interested in going. And it's going to be I'm looking to do 4 or 5 days max. 4 days minimum. So 4 or 5 days for sure. But I don't like to count the travel day and the day we leave. So I try to make sure that I get when I say days, I mean, we actually have 4 to 5 days where we're actually there. Those are not travel days. So we're going to be there that long. And then you can add the other 2 days. So we're looking at anywhere to 6 days in total to 7, just in the whole entire trip. So just set your whole week aside then. That'll give y'all time, man. Time to build, time to get yourself to where you want to be at as well. Also, the criminal law course is coming as well. That's coming. Ambassadors are going to be picked in 2026. I did put that, but we do have y'all, so we kind of already got in mind. If anybody else is interested in being the ambassador for In God We Trust Academy, then do hit us up and we'll send you an application for that. I haven't got to the mentorship program quite just yet because I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to say. I don't want to short myself. And one of the things that I'm afraid of is I don't like losing my time, if that makes sense. Yeah. I don't like losing my time. Like I don't want to feel like where a person that paid me so much amount of money and I got to be obligated to you. I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. And that's just me because I'd rather come in here and do work sessions and you just call me a mentor from here than you pay me. And it's like you calling me wondering and like, yeah, I'm gonna be like, hey man, here go your money back. Whatever you learned and got from me, man. Hey, sit there and I hope you learn it yourself. Appreciate you, man. Have a great day. I promise you I will let it go. I do not care like that. That's just me though. Other people would do it and then I'm not gonna enjoy it though. It's gonna drive me crazy. So I don't really like to do stuff like that. So that's why I'm trying to find the place to do it. Because if not, then it ain't gonna be fun for me. And I like it to be fun. I don't like no fun to get taken from it, my peace, everything like that. You know, and which is why I turn down a lot of stuff. People try to throw a lot of huge numbers to me. And I'm letting you know, like, I know if you tell me, hey man, I got a situation with $20-something million, I'll pay you $2 million. Yeah, let me get out your way. Some of y'all like, man, I'll take that. But yeah, that means that you finna be calling me every day. You finna be bothering me. If I'm playing the game, the first time you talk some shit to me about your money, you can get that shit and get the fuck on. Excuse my language, but that's how it's gonna be though. I'm gonna treat it like that. I don't care. Hey man, here your money go. Da 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 da. Have a great day. That's because it's the peace is everything. And I know how people get about their money because I'm like that. And maybe that's because I might run into somebody like me. Because if I pay you that much money, I'm calling you at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to make sure and say, hey, man, did you eat well today? I need you to eat good. Like, I need you to do whatever you need to do to get in the spirit of handling my shit today. So, and I don't want to run a deal with nobody like me because I'm going to be like that. If I pay that much money, I'm going to be on you. So, yeah. So I don't put myself in those type of positions for real. I don't do it because I love my time. I love to move. And if y'all know me, then yeah. But I appreciate y'all. It's been beautiful. It's been great. I'm about to get up out of here and see what the rest of my day is going to consist of with the fam and everything. Don't forget about the sale. The sale is still going on. You got to the 31st midnight to get whatever it is that you want to. Of course, the sales do come back around, guys, so don't miss out on those things. But anything that you guys are interested in, want to really cover and go over, I heard that we want to do a full declaratory judgment. So that's coming up. So for the person that made that request, that'll be coming up for sure. Any other thing that you guys can think of when it comes, so just let me know, and we'll do the best to cover it as much as possible. If I've already covered it, then I'll just let you know where I covered it at. But if I haven't, yay, nay?
Most certainly is.
Yeah, I think so too. So we out of here. Appreciate y'all.